Sports San Diego, the heart of the fan.
We welcome you to South Florida and Miami. It's a beautiful night. The roof is closed at Lone Depot Park, home of the Marlins. It is game 1 of 3 between the San Diego Padres and the Miami Marlins. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres baseball. Well, one area of concern for the Padres this year has been catching and the catchers offensively. The Padres made a move yesterday as they're able to claim off waivers Gary Sanchez from the Mets. We take a look at that move. He is claimed off waivers from New York, while Brett Sullivan, who's seen a lot of playing time lately, was optioned back to El Paso. So there's the move. The Padres get Gary Sanchez.
30-year-old veteran in the pinstripes with the Yankees, put us some pretty good numbers. There was a couple of years where he hit over 30 home runs. 9 seasons also with the Twins and the Mets. Last season with the Twins, low batting average, 205, but he parked 16. He drove in 61. This is definitely an area where the Padres need to improve the catching position, because 156 batting average to 477 OPS, both last in Major League Baseball, is not going to cut it. And also, he does well behind the plate. Good receiver, and he can throw a little bit as well.
Well, the Padres will try to get their offense back on track again, and kind of a tall task going up against the reigning NL Cy Young Award winner in Sandy Alcantara. And Alcantara has not really been the same guy so far this year.
No, Donnie, I think it's a combination of a couple things. He's off-speed happy. He's got the good fastball, but he needs to work down in the zone. When you take a look at the numbers in 2022, phenomenal. Earning the award, right? Look at the whip. Below 1, opponents, runners in scoring position, 233. But this year, 2 and 5. But look at the runs. 4.86 ERA. Gets the ball up in the zone. He's got to work down. Hopefully this bodes well for San Diego to get the offense going in South Florida.
Coming up, the Padres plan at catcher with Gary Sanchez signing. What is the Padres plan moving forward? Bob Scanlon checks in with the manager, Bob Melvin, on what lies ahead. Next on Valley Sports San Diego.
A new car loses about 10% of its value the minute you drive off the lot. Or more. That's why Farmer's new car replacement pays to replace a car.
Wearing a Padres uniform for the first time and making his Friar debut tonight. The Padres wasting no time, throwing him right into the fire to handle Ryan Weathers tonight. Bats seventh in the lineup, and he has a history of hitting the long ball that the Padres are hoping he can revitalize. He has the second most home runs of any catcher in Major League Baseball since 2016. Now, this is the third organization that he's been with this season. He's with the Giants, he's with the Mets. Now with the Padres, he has the task of not only providing some thump to this lineup, but also quite literally learning a pitching staff overnight. Here's what Bob Melvin had to say about the newest member of his ball club.
Come to a point in time in the season where you're trying to incrementally upgrade. So I know he's been with a few teams here recently, but does have a history of performing. You know, he's got a good throwing arm. He's had good framing numbers at times. He's got some power. You know, we're hoping to give him a good opportunity and give him an opportunity to upgrade the position for us a little bit.
Weathers goes fishing. Ryan Weathers will try to gaff himself some big fish and get the Padres off to a good start in Miami. Padres, Marlins, first pitch coming up next right here on Valley Sports San Diego.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price.
Presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, official partner of the San Diego Padres. By Jack in the Box, score free Jumbo Jack from Jack in the Box after a Padres home run. By Nissan, explore great deals at the Nissan Thrill of the Sales event. Shop NissanUSA.com. And by Pacifico. Pacifico is a rich golden lager brewed for those who follow their own path. Pacifico, live life, anchors up. Welcome to Miami. It is the third leg of this three-city tour for the Padres. They started in Washington, then went to New York, and now in Miami, where the roof is closed outside. So check out the weather report brought to you by HES Solar. 82 degrees, 8 miles per hour, the breeze from the northeast. And mostly cloudy is the forecast, but on the humid side out there tonight. And the roof generally closed from about, I don't know, mid-May on pretty much the rest of the year.
Yeah, you can work up a serious lather, and it shouldn't be any problem for these guys to get loose and stay loose in these environs at Lone Depot Park as the Padres getting ready to go to Hacken against a really good right-hander going for the Marlins tonight.
Well, let's check out the Padres starting nine tonight on the road in Miami. It is Jake Cronenworth at the top of the order with Fernando Tatis Jr. in right, Juan Soto in left. Xander Bogaerts at shortstop. It is Rougned Odor at second with Matt Carpenter, the DH. The newcomer, Gary Sanchez, doing the catching, batting seventh with Trent Grisham in center, and Ha-Song Kim at third base rounds out the starting nine for the Friars.
Well, Donnie, a new catcher tonight for San Diego, Gary Sanchez, and Bob Melvin talked about it. So a crash course for the catcher.
Yep.
Pitching staff. Getting to know the personalities. I'm sure it was a crash course with Ryan Weathers. A lot of communication, maybe a lot of video, and we'll have to see. But, these guys are pros. They've done this before, and hopefully it's a good fit tonight. And Gary Sanchez, welcome to San Diego.
Yeah, his third team this year, which is kind of crazy, but the Padres certainly need some offensive help from the catching position, and he hopefully can provide that. But as you said, learning the entire pitching staff on the fly here is going to be quite the challenge. And tonight he'll work with Brian Weathers. Let's check out Sandy Alcantara's numbers. Of course, winning the Cy Young last year. Not been as good this year in 2023.
Solid stuff, that's for sure. The stuff is there. 27-year-old making his 11th start. He's given up 3 home runs his last 5 starts. Opponent's hitting .243. And the one thing that sticks out to me is fewer strikeouts. Still, almost an inning per strikeout, right? But 6 home runs. The ERA 4.86. A lot of his pitches have been up in the zone. He's got to work down to be effective for Sandy Alcantara.
Let's check out the defense behind him. Left to right across the outfield. It is Brian De La Cruz in left. Former Rocky Garrett Hampson in center. Jorge Soler is in right field. Third to first, Gene Segura, John Birdie, Luis Arraez, and Yuli Gurriel, with Jacob Stallings doing the catching for Sandy Alcantara. Well, enter the Saquon Scouting Report sweepstakes by replying to tonight's Saquon Scouting Report with more or less using the hashtag Saquon Scout. Tonight's Scouting Report, if you think the Padres will have 2 or more hits off Sandy Alcantara's changeup in tonight's game, reply more. If you think they'll have 1 or no hits off his changeup, reply less. So
well done.
Game 1.
Yeah, you mentioned the changeup, right, from Alcantara, and that's been one of the pitches that's been getting knocked around a little bit. Such an effective pitch. When you leave it up in the zone, it won't have as much depth to it, won't have as much movement to it. Opponent average against the changeup, 2002, 145. This season, 327. So that's an adjustment that he is going to have to make. And once again, if it's up in the zone, the Padres got to go hacking.
So here we go. First pitch of the ball game. Sandy Alcantara deals, and we are underway as Cronenworth will take strike 1. What do you make of Jake leading off?
Yeah, Bob Melvin trying to maybe shake it up a little bit. You got the righty Alcantara. You've got the lefty. You got lefty, righty, lefty due up.
Actually called that first pitch a ball, and it is now 2-0. Eleventh start of the year for Alcantara. There's a strike on the outside edge.
Well, Jake hit that 6 home run on Sunday. So collected a hit in 5 of the 6 games on this road trip. So why not put him in there?
Yeah.
Maybe get on base.
He has been getting on too, walking quite a bit. I guess that's the idea, just getting him on as he takes that strike that just gets the outside edge.
As you can see, good movement from Alcantara on that fastball. The last pitch was a changeup, had good movement to it. It was up, though.
2-2 pitch. And that's downstairs. A full count now with Tatis waiting on deck. Center fielder Garrett Hampson over in right center. And a gap out in left center field for Cronenworth. He'll swing at the 3-2 and grounds it to short. There is Birdie who gets Cronenworth. Let's take a look at StatCast powered by Google Cloud. Here's what he features.
And here's what's in the toolbox of Alcantara. The sinker, the four-seamer, the changeup, and the slider. Look at what I see here. 26%, 26, 25, 20. Not a lot of separation as far as percentages, so he's trying to mix it up. I think this kid's got a really good fastball. I think he should be more fastball heavy. Throws 97, 98, up towards 100. Don't underestimate that fastball of his.
Ooh, strike called and appeared to be down as Tatis bats in the 2 spot in tonight's game. 246, 9 homers, 18 runs batted in. First 33 games of the year for Fernando. Chops this one foul beyond the Marlins dugout. Well, the count is very important for him this year. When he's ahead, really good. 171 opponent average, even at 282. When he gets behind, though, 429. And a swing and a miss for Fernando. He chases that changeup and strikes out. There's the first K of the night for Alcantara.
That changeup is a doozy, and when he keeps it down, it's electric. Watch this when it's down. Trap door right over the top of it. And if he gets that feel early, it could be a good night for Alcantara.
So 2 down, and here is Juan Soto. 261, 10 homers, 24 runs batted in. Soto batting in the 3 spot and taking his timeout. Alcantara has been dominant for a while now for the Marlins, but Soto has handled him in the past. It's on the 1-1, and that's away.
Well, one thing I've already noticed about Alcantara, keep the ball away to the lefties, consistently away. Fastballs away, changeups away.
The number's 273 with a double, couple home runs for Juan Soto off Alcantara. This one is fouled off to the left. Of course, they used to be in the same division. He was a member of the Washington Nationals. So a chance to see him a little more often than the rest of the Padres.
And just as I mentioned, away, that 98 in. Up and in a little bit. Soto couldn't get to it.
2-2. Up and away, and a full count now. Had gone full to Jake Cronenworth, the first hitter, before he got Jake to ground out to short. Payoff pitch again. And Soto will take the walk. So a 2-out base on balls for Juan Soto. We'll score a free jumbo jack from Jack in the Box after a Padres home run. So down to first goes Soto. Here comes Xander Bogaerts. Xander at 253. 7 homers, 19 runs batted in. 52 games for the Padres shortstop, and battling a little bit of a wrist problem that has kind of been recurring over the years and generally plays through it, and that's what he's doing right now.
I think everybody has a little bit of aches and pains going in. Nobody's going to be 100%, that's for sure. But, you think about the hand and the wrist. I mean, swinging a bat with that torque. He says he can play through it.
Lined into center field, a base hit for Bogaerts. And up to second base goes Soto. He'll stop there. And the Padres have something going here with 2 down in the first inning.
No problem that swing, just taking him right back up the middle.
Rougned Odor is coming up, and he has been hot the last week. Only 9 for 28, hitting at 321, 3 doubles, 3 homers, and none bigger than that one. With the Padres trailing by a run and able to hit that 3-run home run in Washington, then the home run in New York. So he is powered up, and really that's coming with him getting more playing time and probably his timing being much better at the plate.
What a great story. Signed March 1st in Peoria, showed up with the Padres, getting some reps. Played right field, actually, remember? And he's getting to the fastball. He's getting to the breaking ball, pulling it with authority. Big hits.
So Soto at second, Bogaerts at first, 2 down. And a chance here for Odor to do some damage. And nice to get to Alcantara here in the first inning. He's able to get Cronenworth to ground out to short. Struck out Tatis, but walked to Soto. Single for Bogaerts. And a pop-up left side as John Birdie, a stride or 2 on the outfield lawn, makes the catch that ends the inning. Padres strand 2. Marlins coming up.
Arby's showed us a great
In the top of the first inning, the Marlins are coming up in the bottom of the first inning. As we check out the Marlins lineup, brought to you by Appliance Alley. Brian De La Cruz in left. It is Soler in right. Arise at second. Cooper's at DH. Gurriel at first with Segura at third. Birdie's at short. Stallings does the catching. And Hampson, former Rocky in center field, bats ninth. On the mound for your Friars is Ryan Weathers.
All right, Ryan Weathers, pound the strike zone. That's the main thing. Making his 8th start, 6th start, check that. From the left-hander, the fastball, the sweeper, and the changeup. He really likes to pound that fastball into the righties. That's a big key for Ryan. 18 strikeouts in 29 2/3 innings of work. And right out of the get-go, got to make an adjustment on that arm side fastball.
De La Cruz leading it off here and quickly ahead 2-0. Okay, Ryan was calling his own pitches as a swing and a miss there. And, working with Sanchez for the first time, maybe that's how they're going to do it tonight.
Hey, don't know what the dialogue was between Weathers and Sanchez, but...
he's calling it right now.
Yeah. Hey, just give me a good target. I'll call the pitches, and let's go get them.
That one is by him at 95. Good downward plane on that, too.
Last 2 pitches have been really nice.
De La Cruz taking his timeout. Granted time by Jordan Baker. Going the balls and strikes tonight. The umpires. 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. He was late on the 96. Good gas tonight. That is out number 1. Strikeout number 1 for Ryan Weathers.
Well, with success comes confidence, and one batter up, one batter down with the battery of Weathers and Sanchez working to the bottom of the zone nicely. It's a good way to start this one off.
One down here in the bottom of the first inning. Jorge Soler. .254, 17 homers, 35 runs batted in for Soler. Out ahead of this, ropes it down the left field line. Defensively tonight for the Padres, it's brought to you by the Players Club at Valley View Casino. Soto, Grisham, and Tatis in the outfield. Kim, Bogarts, Odor, and Cronenworth in the infield, with Sanchez doing the catching. Ryan Weathers losing to the Nationals on Wednesday, allowing 5 runs, 4 earned in 6 innings.
There's that fastball. It would be outstanding if you could pepper that in the inside part of the plate. Get him tied up. Got that angle from the lefty into the righty. Avoid that barrel.
He's lost each of his last 2 starts since being recalled from the minors earlier this month. As that is away.
See Gary Sanchez trying to bring that pitch back to let Jordan Baker, the home plate umpire, maybe call that one a strike.
Padres have lost 12 of their last 17 games, losing 2 out of 3 over the weekend to the Yankees. And that's going to miss for ball 4. One out walk, and this will bring up Luis Arise, who really has been amazing. And to be on this list is amazing. Highest career batting average since 1969. The great Tony Gwynn on that list. But you talk about great hitters.
Wow.
To be mentioned in that conversation is amazing.
Take a look at that swing. Short and quick. Uses the whole field. Very athletic stance. Look at how quick he is to that 95 in. Cleaning it out.
Now this year's numbers hitting at .376 with a home run, 20 runs batted in. The OPS at .897. First 49 games of the year. He's reached base safely in 9 of his last 17 plate appearances. And he'll take a pitch that is high. Leads the majors with that .376 average. Next closest to him, Bo Bichette at .338.
Wow.
Over to first, and diving back safely is Soler. He's looking to become just the 3rd player to win batting titles in both leagues. He joined DJ LeMahieu and Hall of Famer that did it in 1899 and 1902, Ed Delante.
I remember him.
You remember Eddie?
Mm-hmm.
Look at his hits chart.
Yeah, talk about spreading around. The pull side, 29 in the middle. He uses the whole field. And at 376 average, that's why he leads MLB in that category. And also against left-handers, 341 average. So how do you like that?
Soler at first with one away in the Marlins' first inning. 1-2 is on the ground. Sharply hit the third. It'll be Kim to second for one. On to first for two. So a huge double play there for Ryan Weathers. We are done with one without a score. Keys to the game.
Love the keys. From South Florida, no day at the beach for Sandy. Get to Alcantara. Second inning getting to work here. And Weathers avoids the hook versus the fish. Go deep into the game, maybe, 6. Get a W.
The Padres had a chance to get a couple runs in the first with 2 on, 2 down. Could not score. Rougned Odor popped out to the shortstop to end the inning. It's Matt Carpenter leading it off here in the second inning. Padres still struggling with runners in scoring position. If you had to point to one thing, I would say that really has been. You look at the last couple games in New York, 2 for 13 on Saturday and Sunday. Their 185 average with runners in scoring position remains the lowest in the majors. Fly ball, shallow left, and De La Cruz is there, and he'll make the catch for out number 1.
Oh, hopefully that changes and changes quickly.
How do you explain it? I guess if you could explain it, Bob Melvin would fix it. But
right.
It's a situation. It's a real conundrum.
Yeah, it could be a number of things, and everybody could come up with their own idea, but even managers sometimes don't have the answers. There you see with runners in scoring position. 2 or more hits, the nice record of 17-4. Fewer, not so much. Putting pressure on yourself, the opposing pitcher. Could be a number of things. Even managers are flummoxed.
Gary Sanchez, first night in the Padres uniform. Career numbers: 225, 154 home runs in the big leagues, 402 RBIs, 669 games. Brett Sullivan sent to El Paso. Really hoping to get some offense from Gary Sanchez. He got some pop in that bat.
Yeah, he does. And you can see Alcantara trying to counter that by sinkers down and in, changeups down and in.
Sanchez broke into the big leagues in 2015 with the Yankees. Was a Yankee through 2021. Did he go? They checked. No, he did not. Says Brendan Miller, first base umpire. In Minnesota last year, where he had 16 home runs. The most home runs he's had in any season was 34. Did that for the Yankees in 2019. Chopped down to third. Segura's got it. A long throw will get there in time. So 2 down.
It's a nice play by Segura down there. He played the big hop, backed up on it, realized that Sanchez doesn't have blazing speed. Looks like he actually caught that ball behind him, preventing that ball to get to left field.
So 2 down for Trent Grisham, batting out the 8th spot for San Diego. This will be pitch 30 for Alcantara tonight. And it's on the ground right side and through into right center field. So a 2-out base hit for Trent Grisham.
Well, these are those balls, and we haven't touched upon it lately because it's early in the season we were talking about it. But remember, no more shift, right? So that one threads the needle there. Those are the balls that any pitcher, you get a ground ball like that in years past, it's pretty much an out. Not the case here.
So 2 down, Grisham at first, and Kim, first plate appearance of the night, batting out of the 9 spot. On the ground to shortstop, John Birdie will go the easy way to second base to erase Grisham and end the top of the second. We're scoreless from Miami.
Score between the Marlins and the Padres. Ryan Weathers going out for his second inning of work, and we've talked a lot about the improvement and the changes this young man has made, but here's some numbers to back it up. The hard hit rate, you see how it's come down each of the last 3 years. It was at 42%, and hard hit, just as a definition, is a ball that leaves at 95 miles an hour or faster. But you see 42% 2 years ago. This year at 27.3. That is the second lowest hard rate percentage in all of Major League Baseball, guys. It's not just the location of the fastball, but it's also how he's using his changeup, using his slider. We saw a great example of it against Arias to get the ground ball double play to get out of the last inning by using the off-speed pitches. Ryan Weathers really developing as a young pitcher, and the soft contact, I think, says a lot in that regards. Don Mudd, back over to you.
All right, thanks very much, Cam.
Yeah, good stuff, especially that changeup, avoiding the barrel, and maybe there's a little deception in that delivery as well from Ryan Weathers, but he's got the stuff to avoid the barrel and the exit velocity. And look at that right there. There's another one.
Incoming is Grisham to make the catch for out number 1. Well, check out the changeup. Using it a lot more these days.
Love the changeup. Four-seamer at 55%. This is this season. The changeup 25. Only hitting 229. And you can see down in the zone with those two pitches and the fastball up. That's a good combination right there.
One down for Yuli Gurriel, the former Houston Astro. Seems strange not to see him in an Astros uniform, but a member of the Miami Marlins. And batting second in this inning. 297, 3 homers, 12 runs batted in first 32 games with the Fish. Two-0 pitch. And that grabs the inside corner for a strike. And Weathers coming in individually at 1-3 with a 3.94 ERA. 8th appearance, 6th start. Made a couple appearances from the pen. Definitely been calling his own game tonight.
Yep.
Working in a tandem with Gary Sanchez for the first time in his career. And a swing and a miss.
That is a beautifully placed changeup there at 86. Seems like they are in unison, and Gary Sanchez is just sitting back there and looking as fine as ever.
On the ground down to third. Kim across the diamond. 2 down. When Padres pitchers canine, your canine or feline wins. Petco Vital Care members can visit participating Petco locations the next day. Score a free 6-ounce wholehearted treat with an eligible purchase. 2 down in the second inning, and Gene Segura.
Good pace from Weathers as well. Sure, we're on the clock, but still, he's working quickly, finding that groove.
Segura's been well traveled in his career. Broke in with the Angels in 2012. Certainly remember him in his time in Arizona, 2016. 20 home runs and over 200 hits. This season, 197. A lot of numbers. A lot of ground balls, I think, is basically what that just said.
Yep.
It's a guy who's been a pretty good hitter over the course of his career.
Think you could get him out with stuff in, fastball in. That Ryan Weathers fastball should do a fine job on Segura. Tie him up a little bit, get that weak grounder. Saw him off a little bit, and the changeups down and away would be choice.
Yeah, that year we were talking about back in 2016 with the Diamondbacks. Just 1 year of the Diamondbacks, but he had 203 hits. Down the line and off the glove at Ken, kind of knocks it down, going to have no play. And Gene Segura is on with 2 down here in the second inning.
Well, after seeing a couple of fastballs in, he turns on this fastball in. 2-hopper, and you know what? Ha-Sung Kim prevents extra bases by knocking that one down. Gets extended off the glove. Holds him to a single.
So first hit of the night off of Ryan Weathers. The 2-out Segura at first base, and here's John Birdie. Birdie broke in with Toronto in 2018. Has been a Marlin since 2019. Not a huge lead over there for Segura. Everybody is aware of the move that Ryan Weathers possesses.
One of the best. Tied for most in the majors as far as pickoffs. He's got 3 of them this season. Tied for 3rd.
Yeah, going over there and back with that short lead is Segura.
Yeah, that'll shut down the running game. 43 stolen bases for the Marlins. They are 3rd in the National League, 7th in Major League Baseball.
Ryan's dad, David, was a Marlin from 93 through 96. Came back in 2004. David Weathers, 17 and 22 with the Marlins, a 5.16 ERA in 105 games. And here's a pickoff.
Got him. Got him leaning the other way. Huge weapon.
1-2 pitch bounces in. On the ground right side, and ranging is Odor from the outfield. The throw will get away. Backed up by Sanchez, but taking third on that throw will be Segura.
To be quite honest with you, when he gloved this baseball, I didn't look at the runner. I was trying to realize how much time he had as this ball is struck there. Okay, he gets to it. Maybe a little bit more time to set his feet, try to set his feet a little bit, but throwing off balance. Nice rangy play.
Yeah, it's going to be a base hit and an error on the throw that allows Segura to get to third base. So first and third now with 2 down. Jacob Stallings, the catcher, with strike one, swinging. 154, no homers, 7 runs batted in first 26 games for Stallings. Swing and a miss. Baffles him with that changeup, and it's 0-2.
Just realized that Gary Sanchez hasn't had time. It was happened so quickly, but to get his own catching gear. He's got blue catcher's gear on tonight. Sure he's going to order the brown and gold.
Head out there and talk to Weathers here.
First game meeting for the Battery. So they're on the same page. Maybe he found something out in his delivery right there. Ahead in the count 1-2.
Marlins are threatening here in the second inning with runners at first and third and 2 down. And this conversation's gone on for a while. Out there to break it up is Jordan Baker, the tallest of the umpires.
Very tall. I know we looked that up last year. He's got to be, what, 6'7".
Ball and 2 strikes to Stallings. Elevated just a little bit, and he doesn't chase. Cooper flied out to center. Gurriel grounded out to third, but Segura with the infield hit, and then Birdie with a hit. The throwing error has runners at first and third. Ground ball right side, ranging is Odor. His throw this time is perfect, and that'll end the inning as Weathers gets out of the jam. We play 2 without a score from Miami. Back in Miami, well, Padres baseball is here. Join us at Petco Park in 2023 for exciting matchups, giveaways, promotions, and so much more. Visit Padres.com/tickets or scan the QR code now to secure your Padres tickets. Now it's a third inning without a score, and it's the top of the Padres order. Jake Cronenworth, who grounded out to shortstop in the first, 0 for 1. Showed bunt, pulled it back, and will take the strike. He grounded to shortstop on a 3-2 pitch back in the first inning. Now, one thing the Marlins can do, they can pitch.
Oh, they got some good arms. Their rotation, solid. Got some good arms out of that bullpen as well. Skip Schumacher's got these Marlins playing good baseball. They're above 500 at home. Mel Stottlemyre, the pitching coach. 14-11 at home for the Marlins. And overall, Donnie, 28-26.
Well, strike three goes looking. Second strikeout for Alcantara.
In a tough NL East. So we take a look at this. Is this a lane changer?
Oh, yeah.
You bet it is at 98.
Wow. It's a hard lane changer.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
So one out in the third for Fernando. Rip foul outside of third. Fernando struck out swinging in the first. One of 2 Ks for Alcantara so far in tonight's game. On the ground, some spin on it as it gets out to second base, and Arise, who throws out Fernando for out number 2. Bring up Juan Soto. The only free pass served up by Sandy Alcantara in his outing. As Soto walked in the first. Highest career OPS versus the Marlins. Again, with the Nationals. Soto, 996. Ronald Acuna Jr. over 1,000.
He's a good player. It's a good list right there.
That's with 2 outs, bases empty. Not chasing that fastball away. Cronenworth to strike out, Tatis to ground out. Now 1-1. Right in the corner. Soto didn't think so.
Nasty changeup. Thing is, Alcantara's got good arm action on both those pitches. He sells it.
Line to the shortstop. Birdie will make the catch that ends the inning. A 1-2-3 inning. We're without a score. cents.
Let's go back to Yankee Stadium in perfect timing from Trent Grisham going into the right center field gap. He leaps 8.4 feet to take one back. Timing is everything. Using the other hand to just kind of guide himself as he goes up against that wall. Beautiful play.
There's Garrett Hampson to lead it off for the Marlins in the third. And Gold Glove caliber center fielder, no question about it. Vying for that Gold Glove for a third time this year.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Two-0 pitch from Weathers, and that is in there for a strike. 2-1. Hampson, De La Cruz, Soler scheduled here in the Marlins' third inning. To right, and Tatis moves over. Makes the catch for out number one. Time for a quick word from Kia.
The turbocharged, tech-inspired Kia Forte.
One out in the third, and Brian De La Cruz coming up. A strikeout victim in the first inning. The only strikeout so far for Weathers in tonight's game. Good sized gap out in left center field for him with Grisham over towards right center. And he lines this one hooked down the left field line foul. Right back where it came from, kicks off the bag at second and goes into center field. So De La Cruz with a hot shot back past Weathers. It kicks off that second base bag, and he is on with the second Marlins hit.
That one was squared up at 100, and let's check it out. Ooh. Perfectly placed.
Marlins starting the day 4 games back of the Atlanta Braves in the NL East.
Good pitch.
Ray Soler walked in the first inning.
That'll happen sometimes with the left-hander, right-hander as well, but to overthrow a little bit. Front shoulder leaks open, then it's almost like pushing that ball up and out of the strike zone. The key is making that adjustment on the next pitch. Here's the 1-1, right? The 1-1 battle. You want to win? You want to go 1-2? Nice.
It's time for the Kia player profile. Most home runs in the month of May all time. Soler with 12 this season. Giancarlo Stanton had 12 in 2012, and Dan Uggla.
Oh, that's a blast from the past.
Yeah.
Dan Uggla.
Good player. One out, one on here in the Marlins' third inning. Cronenworth holding on. De La Cruz, and throw going over there, but he's back easily. The lead was not terribly large. Line foul. Now, Soler has great power. There's no doubt about that. 17 home runs this season. That's tied for second in the majors. Leads the majors with 12 home runs in May. Been impressive. Very strong.
Oh, yeah, he gets extended. It's nasty. Talk about pitchers being nasty. Well, he gets extended with the bat. He does serious damage.
Been around since 2014 when he broke in with the Cubs. First 3 years with the Cubs and the Royals. 4 or 5 seasons. Atlanta, this is year 2 in Miami for Soler. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out. That is a second strikeout for Ryan Weathers. 2 down here in the 3rd inning.
A beautiful changeup right there. Hey, a guy who likes the fastball, take something off of it. Make it look like a fastball. He's got some depth to it down and away, and he cannot stay back.
Two down in the 3rd with De La Cruz at first base, and Luis Arraez grounded into a 5-4-3 DP his first time up. And we'll take a first pitch strike on the sweeper.
Oh, that locked him up a little bit, that sweeper there, huh?
He's thinking something else.
Yeah. Well, you got 103, right?
He's down 0-2.
Now Ryan can do so many things right here. Just put in his final answer right there by pressing the button.
Up and in, kind of late to react. It wasn't really that close to him, I don't think, but it was up.
Yeah. It'll get your attention.
5 on the fastball from Weathers.
I wonder if he'll throw that changeup lefty on lefty or try to go a sweeper down and away right here.
Tried the sweeper and missed.
He's locked in. Just locked in his answer.
De La Cruz at first, 2 down, and a 2-2. Is slap foul down the left field line, out of play.
See, that's how you hit whatever you're hitting, right? That pitch there. Quick enough to get to it and just foul it off the other way. That was a nice pitch. 95, 96, down and away.
On the ground and by the dive of Odor into right field. Up to second base will go De La Cruz on the base hit by Arraez.
The kid can hit. After fouling something off 96 down and away, get another hack at it. That one's in. That was a changeup. And when you're swinging the bat well, you find those holes for another hit.
2 on, 2 down. Here's Garrett Cooper, the DH. Fly out to the center fielder, Trent Grisham, in the 2nd inning, 0 for 1. In the season with 2 outs and runners in scoring position, Cooper hitting at .438. 7 for 16, the breakdown. He's got 3 home runs in this spot. Fights it off foul into the Padres dugout. They're housed on the first base side here at Lone Depot Park. Weathers putting in what he wants to throw here. The clock is on the move. Down to 3, he had plenty of time, and a base hit into left field. De La Cruz going to try and score. Here comes a throw from Soto. It will be not in time, and the Marlins take a 1-0 lead. See if the Padres are going to challenge this. A good throw from Soto in left field. The call on the field from Jordan Baker, home plate umpire, is that De La Cruz got in safely. Padres are challenging. So Mark Carlson, the crew chief, will come down, put the headset on.
All right, Soto charging. Good technique. I know his front foot was up and it didn't hit it, but the back foot or leg touched before the tag was applied. A lot going on there. A lot of dust kicked up there. A lot of chalk.
San Diego is challenging the safe call.
Mark Carlson. announcing the challenge. Called safe on the field. We'll see if there's enough there to overturn it. I didn't really see much
from the,
to overturn it.
Yeah.
Skip Schumacher out there talking to the home plate umpire now, Jordan Baker.
All right, let's see here. Front foot, okay, hits. Now it comes up, you'll see it'll contact Sanchez's knee. Okay, still hasn't touched. Still has, does he touch the heel? Touch the plate?
He hasn't been tagged yet.
Yeah, no tag yet.
Yep.
White shoes, white plate, white dust, white chalk. Looks like the jury's out. There's Mark Carlson still waiting.
I just don't know if there's enough to overturn
Yeah.
it. I think he's safe.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll see.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner is safe.
So it is indeed safe. Call stands. Wow, Padres have had 11 challenges, only 2 overturned.
Wow.
So scoring was De La Cruz from second base. Ending up at third was Arise on the RBI single by Cooper. And it's 1-0 Miami. Looking for more with runners at the corners. Here is Yuli Gurriel, who will take a pitch inside. Over to first and easily back as Cooper's lead was not large. Bouncing in, a nice job by Sanchez to block that baseball. First game catching for the Padres after being claimed off waivers. First and third with 2 down. Down and in that time to Gurriel.
Hey, be careful here. Just don't lay it in there. 3-0. Something to his liking. Why not hack at it? You got a runner at third.
Fastball on the inside edge. Rise at third with Cooper at first and 2 down, a run in. Ball 4. The second walk allowed by Weathers, and that'll load him up here for Miami. Bases filled with fish. And Gene Segura is coming up.
Yeah, you got to be careful here. Very important to get ahead. Strike one as Ruben Niebla will make his way out, but you always have to be aware of that that first pitch offering. For Segura, the first pitch put in play. He is 6 for 19 at the .316 average with no home runs. Still have to be careful though.
Action in the pen as Carlton starts to warm up.
You know, even though it's close here in Miami, still it's humid down on that field. It's hot. Maybe this gives him a little bit of a breather as well, Ryan Weathers, this heavy traffic inning.
Segura with the infield hit, his first time up. Bases loaded situation with 2 down and a run in. Well, striking first here in Miami. Looking for more. 261, 1 grand slam on
Gene Segura's resume. Rise, Cooper, and Gurriel. In there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Under the changeup again. Weathers has been calling his own game. First time he's worked with Gary Sanchez. He's called every pitch so far. That one is by him at 96. Good pitch, fastball.
Up and in, tying him up. Tough pitch to get to. See, he's got that changeup in his back pocket, down and away.
Bases loaded for the Marlins. Here's a 1-2 pitch. And that misses inside at 97.
Yeah, tried to double up.
To be pitched 73 for Weathers. He has gone 2 2/3 so far. He's had to work hard here so far tonight. So far, only the 1 run. 2-2 is fouled back to the screen. Pretty good rip right there by Segura.
That's over 9 pitches in that bat, Donnie. The number of pitches, 73 pitches, and he's gotten 3, 6, 8 outs. That's a heavy workload. 9 pitches per batter.
2-2 pitch. And it's popped up foul off to the right, out of play. He'll have to throw more.
Nine pitches per out, I should say. And like I said, you can see it's hot down there on that field.
Next pitch will be the 35th of this inning. Bases loaded with 2 down. And a fly ball headed down the right field line. Long run for Fernando, but he has plenty of time to get there. Almost overran it as he makes the catch. It ends the inning. Marlins get the game's first run, 1-0.
Top of the 4th inning. There was some good news today before the ball game. Early batting practice. Manny Machado was out there hitting off the full velocity machine. He also took some infield practice, but it was great to see Manny doing a robust full swing against the velocity machine workout today. Hopefully he comes out of that okay. Bob said he's still likely not available for tomorrow. There's still hope that he'll be ready for the return of the road trip when the Padres get back home, but all things seem to be going in the right direction for Manny Machado as he continues to amp up his baseball activities. Nabil Crismat will throw tonight in his rehab assignment. Adrian Morejon also scheduled to throw 2 innings tonight in a rehab assignment, so hopefully those two arms might be ready to rejoin the ball club soon. Some good news for Seth Lugo, guys. He's throwing off the mound, so the calf is doing better, and he's on his way to returning. Robert Suarez also starting to play some catch for the first time. Hopefully he can come back and help out the bullpen before too long. And finally, Luis Campusano scheduled to see Dr. League today, maybe getting a little bit of a lighter cast on that thumb that was surgically repaired. Guys, that's the update for you. Don and Mud, back up to you.
All right, thanks very much, Scan. Sounds like a lot of pretty good news there. Xander Bogaerts fights this one off foul outside of first.
Progress. Want him back quickly. We wish them well. It's no fun being hurt, Donnie.
No. Yeah, Bob Bell would like to have all those guys back on his roster.
Yeah.
Bogaerts swings at the 0-2, grounds it up the middle. The second baseman, Arise, going to the left side of the infield. Nice play. Able to get Bogaerts 4-3 and ended up on the left side of the infield when he threw that ball. Good rangy play.
Very nice play, going from one side to the other, and then on the run away from the bag. Nice accurate throw. Gurriel likes it.
One down here in the fourth inning. Rougned Odor getting his second look at Alcantara.
Arise doing it on both sides of the scorecard.
Yeah. Odor popped out to short in the first, 0 for 1. Just caught the outside edge, barely.
You keep that pitch down with consistency, and you can't do much with that.
Quite a difference in the third inning for both starting pitchers. Alcantara threw 9 pitches. Weathers threw 33. Weathers up to 75 total through 3 innings. And now trailing 1-0. That's ball 4. A 1-out walk, second walk allowed by Alcantara. And now a quick word from Hyundai.
Own every mile in the all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 5, 2023 Motor Trend SUV of the year.
Runner at first with one away. Matt Carpenter coming up. Fly down to left in the second, 0 for 1. Sharply hit into right field, a base hit for Carpenter as Odor going from first to third. Trouble for Solari in right field, and now they're going to try and score Odor. Comes the throw to the plate, he will be safe, and the Padres tie the score 1-1. Well, Soler had some trouble with the ball out there in right field, and gives Odor the chance to score and tie the game.
All right, Matt Carpenter getting on a high changeup, finding a hole on the right side, eluding the right fielder Soler, and Odor picking up Matt Williams. Keep it going, gotta go. Getting on the board.
Gary Sanchez, it's a fly ball to shallow right. Incoming is Soler, and he'll make the catch. We're out number 2. So Sanchez in his Padres debut, 0 for 2, ground down to fly out. So a double for Carpenter. No error on Soler. They're just going to give him a straight double and an RBI. Trent Grisham singled to center field his first time up. 1 of 3 hits for the Padres in the game, who have just tied the game 1-1. It's the 11th start of the year for Alcantara. Coming in at 2-5 individually, a 4.86 ERA. Looking at the reigning National League Cy Young Award winner. It's not been the same this year. 2-0. In the air to shallow right. Out goes Arise. In comes Soler. It'll be Arise who will make the catch. That will end the inning. Padres get a game-tying run. Tied up 1-1. The Marlins have. Jazz Chisholm is one of the best in the game, and he ran into a wall back on May 13th. It was a face plant. Ends up that he has turf toe out of this exchange with the wall. The wall got the better of it, but turf toe. And it has changed a few times as to when they expect him back.
Yeah, his presence on the field, energy, his athleticism missed, no doubt, but that's going all out, no regard for the fence. There was a little bit of give there, but still, that he went in there hard. Is that chain link over that?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Sure is.
But behind that, it's hard, right? It's not like you remember, like the old Qualcomm. They had the chain link, and then they had that covering over it. So Steve Finley would just go in there with reckless abandon because he knew it was going to give, right? But maybe he hit his foot on that concrete there.
1-2 pitch is on the ground and through the right side into right field. John Birdie with a base hit to start things here in the bottom of the 4th inning for the Marlins. So he's 2 for 2 off Weathers. It's 80 pitches now for Weathers in 3+. Looking towards the bottom of the Marlins order. Jacob Stallings, the 8-hitter, coming up. Stallings grounded out to the second baseman Odor in the 2nd inning. Fouled off to the right, out of play. And Weathers ahead 0-2.
Well, they are not connecting on that changeup tonight. 1 for 7 on that changeup with a strikeout.
They go Tapia now up in the pen.
Lefty on righty changeup can get a grounder here.
Swing and a miss as Stallings goes lunging and strikes out. Becomes the third strikeout victim for Ryan Weathers. One down here in the fourth inning.
Or a strikeout. That'll do. Throw it like you mean it.
One out, one on. And here is Garrett Hampson. Former Colorado Rocky. One of the guys that had to man all that acreage out in the outfield at Coors Field at one point.
Yeah, coming here is probably like a putt-putt course, looked like to him, right?
Yeah. Slaps it down the right field line, foul. Birdie at first with one away. Garrett Hampson batting here in the bottom of the fourth inning. That is strike three, goes looking, and it's back-to-back strikeouts for Ryan Weathers, 2 down.
A beautiful pitch, a great offering, plateward, right at the knees. Nice fastball there.
2 down in the fourth with Birdie at first base. De La Cruz getting his third look here at Weathers. He struck out swinging in the first. He singled to center in the third. Came out to score. The Marlins run. In the air to deep left field. Soto takes a look, and that is long gone. A 2-run home run for Brian De La Cruz, his 7th of the year, and the Marlins will take a 3-1 lead.
Tried to get him with the sweeper. Wants it down and in, and on contact right down the middle. And he leaned on it. Had a good view of that one out of the hand.
So the 2-run shot has the Marlins on top 3-1. Soler takes a pitch inside. It's 2-0. Grounded foul just beyond the Marlins dugout, third base way. Not getting that call on the inside edge, and he is missing off the plate, falling behind here 3-1. They've been close. 92 pitches for Weathers through 3 2/3. Full count now. Pretty good rip there by Soler on the sweeper.
Got to be careful with that one, especially after that home run that was left out in the middle. Something down and in. Swing through and miss, or a grounder to the left side.
That is ball 4, and down to first base goes Soler. Second time he has walked, and that is the third walk allowed by Weathers. And they'll bring up Luis Arraez. Really would rather not have to face him with somebody on, but there he is. This has grounded into a 5-4-3 DP, and last time up, single to right. Currently hitting at 377. In the air, down the left field line, headed foul, and into the seats. A lot of hits.
Wow. There's the hot zone. Pitcher's point of view there, down the middle 10. But look at around. I'll look around. Look at up and in. 6. Likes to get extended. 6 when it's away. Down the heart of the plate, middle of the plate, 6 hits.
He's got great coverage.
Yes, he does. Tremendous coverage.
Soto in left is there to make the catch that will end the inning. But a 2-run home run for Birdie. 3-1 Marlins. Go to the top of the 5th inning for Alcantara this year. This has been the problem area. First 4 innings, 2.25 ERA, but it jumps 5+ to 9.39. So he gets deeper into his games. It's where the problem's been. And hitters seeing him multiple times, and we'll see how that happens here tonight, if it happens, with the Padres hitters coming up here.
So look for the location of the changeup. We talked about that earlier. For him to be effective, that pitch right there. That's the pitch with the 2-seamer and the changeup where he has to be.
Kim Cronenworth and Tatis expected here in the 5th.
He's relied heavily tonight, Alcantara, on the sinker and the changeup. Almost identical pitches as far as count. Pitches thrown.
And a 4-pitch walk to the leadoff hitter, the number 9 man, Kim. And that is walk number 3 allowed by Alcantara. So lead runner on for the Padres for the first time tonight. That brings up Jake Cronenworth, 0-for-2 from the top spot in the Padres order. Jake has grounded to short and struck out looking. Over to first, and back safely is Kim. Size lead over there for Kim. One of the Padres who will run to center field, and Garrett Hampson coming in, and we'll get there for out number 1. So Cronenworth retired 0-for-3 against Alcantara in tonight's game, and that'll bring up Fernando. Fernando has struck out swinging and grounded out to second base, 0-for-2. first, and diving back head first is Kim. '98, it was up. Popped up into shallow center. Again, Hampson able to run underneath it and makes the catch for out number 2. So two-way, Kim, who walked to lead off the inning, still at first base with 2 down, and that'll bring up Juan Soto. Soto has walked and lined out to short so far against Alcantara. Here goes Kim at first. The pitch is a ball. The throw will end up in center field. So Kim just keeps on going. And he will get to third. So a stolen base and an E2.
Well, timing is everything. With 2 outs, yeah, we've seen that the runner be put in motion, especially against the Jacob Stallings. He's only thrown out 1 of 23 base stealers. That's 4%. So here goes Kim. Here's the throw. Airmail, free 90 feet. So the Marlins have been having trouble, Stallings in particular, throwing out base runners.
Soto lines it to right. That's a base hit. From third comes Kim with the second Padres run. Watch Soto driving it in.
Boy, that ball was laced. To the pull side. RBI.
Finally, with the runner in scoring position, getting it done. Now the tying run at first base for San Diego. And that walk, costly for Alcantara, as it turns out, turns into a run. Soto's been aboard twice now. The walk in the first and the single here in the 5th. 1-0 to Bogaerts. Fouls it off to the right, out of play. Xander has singled to center and grounded out to second base. 1-4-2. To right center field, and back is Soler to make the catch that will end the inning. Padres get a run, get within a run. It's 3-2 Miami. Ball brought to you by Petco, official partner of the San Diego Padres. By your San Diego County Toyota dealers, we make it easy. And by Circa Resort and Casino. Back in Miami, first of 3 between the Padres and the Marlins. Well, Domingo Tapia takes over.
Well, Domingo was out there against the Yankees a couple of days ago. Threw an inning. He's got a current scoreless streak of 2 frames. We called Saturday from AAA El Paso. Got a live arm at 98 with a little bit of movement coming right after you. Nice 2.92 ERA for Tapia.
So Weathers goes 4 innings, gives up 7 hits, 3 runs. He would walk 3 and strike out 4. And right now on the hook. Came into the game 1 and 3 individually. Eric Cooper will ground this one up the middle. Ranging is Odor as he throws out Cooper for the first out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Boy, heavy workload tonight for Ryan, huh? A lot of pitches.
One down in the 5th, and it brings up Yuli Gurriel. Gurriel has grounded out to 3rd and walked. Fly ball headed to right center field. Grisham and Tatis, and it'll be Grisham stepping in front of Tatis to make the catch for out number 2. Boy, the bullpen has been tremendous. The monthly rankings.
Keeping them close. I mean, that's the main thing. But the thing is, wishing that it was the other way around. Coming in when the Padres had the lead. They've had some games when they got to hold the deficit, but they've done a nice job of doing that. That's for sure.
Segura with 2 down in the inning. Down 0-2. Tapia able to get the first 2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. He's been able to slog some innings for the Padres this year. 0-2 pitch. And a grounder by the mound. Kicks out to Odor at second base. His throw is good. And Tapia with a very good inning. Played 5. It's 3-2 Marlins. Padres. Aloha from Petco Park. Be one of the first 40,000 fans for the 6:40 game on Wednesday, June 14th, to get this Hawaiian shirt giveaway presented by Southwest Airlines. Get your tickets at Padres.com/giveaways. Sixth inning with the Marlins on top 3-2. Rougned Odor to lead it off. Pops it up, foul ground. Jacob Stallings coming back over by the on-deck circle to make the catch. Well, it is time for the top-tier play presented by Arco. And Carpenter with a double in the fourth inning to drive in. Rougned Odor from first base.
Nice to see Matt swing that Shillelagh, get some extra bases, and Odor getting the green light. So third time around now for Carpenter against Alcantara.
And prior to that double, he had flied out to left, so 1 for 2 in the game for Carpenter. Fly ball headed to deep left center field. And back on the warning track to make the catch is Dela Cruz. Stays in the yard, and Carpenter retired for out number 2. Dela Cruz wasn't sure he was going to be able to get to that ball. Garrett Hampson communicating out there in left center field. The center fielder was also pursuing that fly ball. So 2 down. I'll bring up Gary Sanchez in his Padres debut. He's grounded out to third and flied out to right. The 0-2 pitch is grounded foul.
He's been giving Gary Sanchez a heavy dose of changeups down and in. There was another one right there.
Popped up, foul ground, first base way as Gurriel will go as far as he can, but that's back into the seats, and a nice grab by a Padres fan.
Yeah.
Dropped their glove.
Hard stuff with the sinker, the slider, a little spinner there, the changeup, and the four-seamer. Okay, what's next? Got to be quick to it.
Bounces that one. Sanchez has grounded to third, fly to right in his debut. Waits on a 1-2 pitch. Just away. 76 pitches for Alcantara with 2 down here in the 6th inning. Swing and a miss, and Sanchez strikes out. Chased the slider to end the inning. we get ready for the bottom of the 6th inning back in Miami. Calling all Jedi. Star Wars weekend is June 16th through the 18th when the Padres host the Tampa Bay Rays. Get an Obi-Wan Kenobi bobble. Meet Star Wars characters and more. Visit Padres.com/Star Wars. Go Tapia back out there again. Had a 1-2-3 5th inning. John Birdie leading it off for the Fish.
Ooh, very late on the 98. Thank you.
Fastball missing in. Birdie is 2 for 2. That was against Weathers, though. 2 singles, has scored a run. Tim Hill is up in the pen now for the Padres. Tapia into his 2nd inning of relief. And a leadoff walk here for Birdie. Now a quick word from Saquon Casino.
Saquon, make it your place to just chill. I made it mine. Make it yours.
Lead runner on for the Marlins here in the home half of the 6th inning. And it brings up Jacob Stallings. 0 for 2. He's grounded out to second base and struck out swinging. And time called. Sanchez wants to talk to Tapia.
Well, Stallings is a good double play candidate. He's only grounded into 2, but he doesn't run that well. So if Tapia has that really good sinker, can induce a grounder, it's a good chance for 2. See if Skip Schumacher puts somebody in motion over there at first base, who kind of leaned a little bit. Birdie has 7 stolen bases.
Starts and stops, and a throw to first, and he's back safely.
Oh, good play all the way around. Sanchez got the front door open. Cronenworth came through the backside after this. Watch his position there. Square up, back to the bag.
Runner goes, and a foul down the right field line, out of play. Let's try to force the issue here a little bit.
Yeah.
Birdie was running. Stallings swinging and fouling it off to the right. 1-1 the count. Runs that fastball in for ball 2. Went down the middle at 99 from Tapia.
Oof. That's bringing it.
Ball 3, full count after he walked the leadoff hitter in John Birdie.
Well, 99 fastball from Tapia. Stallings can maybe try to shoot something to the right side. There's a huge hole to Cronenworth holding on Birdie.
Runner goes, and that's ball 4. Back-to-back walks allowed by Tapia here in the 6th inning. So he walks Birdie, and then he walks Stallings, the 7-8 hitters, and now you got Garrett Hampson coming up. Gibson has fly to right, struck out looking. Squares and pulls it back, takes ball one. There's the 99, but it misses.
Kim was staying at third base right there. So judging by that, it's Tapia's duty, if there's something down the third base line, to get that lead runner at third base on the force.
There's the ball. It's behind him. Couldn't find it right away. And then throws to first base, but back safely. Here's Stallings.
I saw some wood flying around or something. What was that? Something off of Sanchez's glove?
Yes.
Oh, it's like a finger protector. I saw something fly up in the air.
It's almost like he thought it was the baseball because he went after that first. The baseball ends up kind of behind him. So he goes after that. The ball's back there.
Wow. Protecting that forefinger that's outside the glove for Sanchez.
2 on, nobody out here for the Marlins in the 6th inning. Pulls it back that time, and a strike called at the knees, right at the bottom of the zone. Charging from first is Cronenworth. With Birdie at second, Stallings at first, and nobody out in the Marlins 6th inning. Pulls it back, and it's 3-1. Jumps out of the way of ball 4, and he ends up walking the bases loaded. The 7, 8, 9 men. Here comes Bob Melvin to make the change as Tapia pitched really well in the 5th. Not so well in the 6th inning as he walks all 3 hitters that he faces, and he will be leaving. We've got a pitching change here in Miami with the Marlins on top 3-2. Long ball. Ryan De La Cruz back in the 4th inning, connected on his 7th home run of the year. 426 feet, 109.1 on the exit velo. 27 degrees on the launch angle. And at the time for the Marlins on top 3-1, it's now 3-2, and they are threatening for more here. The base is loaded, nobody out. Thanks to 3 walks by Tapia, he leaves the game, and Tim Hill is now in.
Well, Tim Hill, the left-hander, last time he was out there was in Washington. 3 hits, 3 earned runs, Season high 3 earned runs. Didn't record an out. So a different opportunity. He's got him loaded. Inheriting 3. He's got some work to do. Nobody out.
La Cruz, not only that home run, but also a single and a run scored. And a strike for Hill. Trying to minimize the damage here.
Yeah, going into this game against lefties, the Marlins collectively hitting .298. De La Cruz, .310 off of left-handers.
Slaps it foul off to the right out of play.
He has grounded into 3 double plays versus lefties. And Tim Hill can get you a grounder. About 60%.
Elevates that, and it's 2-2.
60% ground ball rate for Tim Hill. So that's, got things lined up right here if you make the right pitch.
Line down the right field line, foul. So Weathers gives you up 3 runs in 4 innings. Tapia on the hook for the base runners. Climbed the ladder and going up to get it, fouling it off was De La Cruz. He's going to take his timeout now after that last foul ball. On the ground and through into right field, a base hit. From third comes Birdie. We get an additional run, and it's now 4-2. Bases reloaded. A 3 RBI night for De La Cruz.
Talk about doing a great job in the leadoff spot after striking out the first at-bat. He's been money. That ball's right down the middle. Just shoots it the other way. Just out of the reach of Jake at first. And the Marlins station to station. 1 on, 1 off here in the 6th.
Infield in all the way around now. Soler will take a ball high. He has walked, struck out, walked again. Well, that was against Ryan Weathers. Grounds it foul into the Marlins dugout. The first time that Weathers hasn't worked into the 5th inning in a start this year, by the way. As he goes just the 4 innings. Swinging a foul off the catcher.
I can only imagine as a hitter, bases loaded in the infield in, your job is just get some up in the zone and just nice easy swing, square it up, fly ball to the outfield. As we mentioned, Tim Hill can get you a grounder with the best of them. He's hoping that if there is a grounder, they're playing catch with Gary Sanchez for the force out at the plate.
1-2 pitch. Elevates again. 2-2. Soler batting with the bases loaded. Infield in all the way around. And a liner foul. He was out ahead. Good contact, but out ahead. Two-run deficit right now. Bases loaded, still nobody out, and a foul just below us. That run was charged to Tapia, still responsible for 2 of the base runners with the bases loaded. After he walked 3 in this inning. Swing and a miss as chasing is Soler. Pitch that was very high, but he strikes out. Needing that is Tim Hill. That's out number 1 of the inning.
Huge. Tim Hill indicating to Sanchez, hey, come back here to me. I'm coming to you. Upstairs. Whoa. That's up in the attic. A little anxious there, trying to elevate something to the outfield.
All rise. We'll take strike one. He's grounded into a double play, singled, and flied out to left.
Those are pretty good numbers right there. A .379 career with a grand slam. Bases loaded for Arise.
On the ground to shortstop, 6-4 to 3, double play. Needed that. Great job by Tim Hill. Just the one run. It's 4-2 Marlins. That could have been a lot worse. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Yeah.
Tim Hill doing a great job. Just the one run.
Got his ground ball. He does that the best.
So the double play ends things in the sixth. It's on to the seventh with the Marlins on top 4-2. Trent Grisham 1-4-2. A single to center in the second inning. Popped out to second base in the fourth.
Well, Alcantara's doing a nice job of mixing all of his pitches up tonight because the Padres only 4 hits scattered, 2 runs, but still most hits he's given up has been on the changeup. 2 for 7 with a strikeout on that changeup. When he leaves it up, yes, it's very, very hittable.
1-2-3 inning in the sixth inning. Strike call right at the top of the zone. Grisham has questions. Steven Wilson up in the Padres pen. And the starter tonight, Ryan Weathers, 4 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs. He walked 3 and struck out 4. And go Tapia in inning plus. He's charged with a run. He walked 3, walked the bases loaded. Did he go? No. Check with Mark Carlson. in their half of the 7th inning. A lightning strike outside caused our truck to go down and lost a lot of power here in Miami. So it took a little while for us to get back up again. We are back, and Steven Wilson is checking into this game for the Padres in what is now a brand new game tied up.
Hey, we talked about the bullpens and how well they've been throwing the ball recently, so hold them at 4 and hopefully you can go on and win the first game in this series against the Marlins. Steven Wilson, enter the right-hander. Last time out against the Yankees, inning in 2/3, he struck out 2 Yankees while it was just 6 hits, no runs. His May 9th appearance and 9 1/3 innings pitched over that time. So Steven Wilson ready to go.
Garrett Cooper is coming up here to lead it off for the Marlins in the bottom of the 7th inning. A couple of big RBI hits in that inning. Fernando Tatis Jr. with an RBI single. Juan Soto with an RBI single. Scoring Grisham and Kim to tie the score. And Alcantara really, he ended up walking more than he struck out. He walked Grisham and Kim, the 8-9 hitters, and they both came around to score to tie the game. So the Padres taking advantage of those walks from Alcantara. Certainly a different guy from the guy that won the NL Cy Young Award a year ago.
Showing some patience, paying off. Now it's time for the bullpen.
Cooper 1 for 3. Had an RBI single back in the 3rd inning. Makes on a 2-0. Called a strike. Appeared to be down. What job Tim Hill did coming into a bases loaded situation with nobody out, giving him just the 1 run. A big double play ball grounded into by Arise. It's grounded into 2 double plays tonight.
Hey, we look back at that. If the Padres go and win in this game to the best hitter going right now in baseball, that's going to be huge, especially in that situation.
2-2 pitch to Cooper. And it's up the middle, but right there is Odor around the bag at second for out number 1. Now a quick word from Jack in the Box.
My Ribeye Steakhouse burgers are made with 100% ribeye beef. Think of them as the CEO of burgers.
1 out in the 7th, and that brings up Yuli Gurriel. He was grounded out to 3rd, walked, and flied out to center.
Weathers is off the hook with his tie score, with the Padres coming back with 2 in the top of the 7th. As he went 4 and he's giving up 3 runs in this game, 7 hits. Missing away for ball 2.
That's a tough sweeper to lay off. It's got such great movement to it. Out of the hand, looks like it's going to be maybe inner half of the plate as a rate, and then it sweeps off the plate. Tough to lay off. Wow, that one buckled him. That's what I'm talking about. 3-1 sweeper.
Full count now with 1 out and the base is empty. That is ball 4 and a 1-out walk. Suit up the season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic caps, t-shirts, collectibles, and more. Gear up with your Padres at MLBshop.com. 1 out, 1 on, and Gene Segura coming up. Segura with the infield hit to 3rd in the 2nd inning. Since then, he's flied to right, grounded out to 2nd base. Runner goes, the pitch is strike, and the throw is going to get into center field. And remaining at 2nd base would be Gurriel.
So the stolen base running on Gary Sanchez.
Well, first chance for Sanchez right here as we take a look. Snap throw from the ear and a short hop there. Boy, that ball hit the lip and stayed down. Still don't think they would have gotten him right there.
Oh, 1-2 Segura. Fastball crowds him. Steven Wilson, the fourth arm used tonight by the Padres. Weathers, Tapia, Hill, and now Wilson. Swing and a miss, and Segura taking a hack at that sweeper. The Marlins have hit relievers fairly well. .260 batting average against relievers. That leads the National League. Use that one foul off the end of the bat.
See that swing right there? His backside was going towards the Marlins dugout, and that barreled ahead trying to reach to that sweeper towards the Padres dugout. And cued it foul. Here's that swing. And it's because of the motion of the sweeper.
Almost hit him. Got that protective guard on his elbow. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Segura. To right field, and Tatis is over and under to make the catch, and remaining at second base is Gurriel. Brando fires it back in just in case. 2 down.
You see that throw? It was fun to watch. Set himself up nicely, correctly, and hit the cutoff man. The runner, he's not going to go on that arm, but you know what? Play it like he is. Momentum towards the infield, and then the crow hop, and then look at this strike. Perfect.
2 down in the 7th with Gurriel at second base, and here is John Birdie. Check swing foul. Up and in, and it gets away, and taking third base. Sliding in is Gurriel. Got a fair distance from Gary Sanchez up the third base line.
Well, this pitch leaks up and in. Thought it was going to hit him. And Sanchez just can't squeeze it. You're anticipating a pitch down and away, and it leaks up and in. 390.
1-1 to Birdie. Foul back, and it's 1-2. They charged Sanchez with a pass ball on that. That got Gurriel to third base. One and 2 the count to Birdie with Gurriel at third and 2 down. In the air to left center field. Soto calling and catching out number 3, and out of the jam is Wilson. Game tied 4-4. to the top half of the 8th inning, and we look forward to the Padres Live postgame show presented by Toyota with Mike and Mark after this one. Tied up 4-4. Brett Carpenter leading it off here for the Padres in the 8th. Tanner Scott back out there again. He was able to get the final 2 outs of the 7th inning. We'll deal with Carpenter, Sanchez, and Grisham scheduled to bat here in the inning. Alcantara went 6 1/3, 5 hits. He gives up the 4 runs. He walked 5, struck out 3. Pitch for a strike over the inside edge.
Good sneaky fastball right there. You're going to get 1 of 2 from this guy. The slider or the 4-seamer. Crossfire action there from the lefty on lefty. Carpenter.
One for 3 in the game with an RBI double back in the 4th inning. 2-2 pitch. And did he go? Yes, he did. Mark Carlson rings him up. 3rd strikeout for Tanner Scott. First out of the 8th inning.
There's the slider. Matt didn't think he went, and Mark Carlson thinks otherwise.
Skip Schumacher out there to make the pitching change. We'll step aside with 1 away in the 8th inning. Game tied 4-4 from Miami. The Padres were able to tie it up on an RBI single from Juan Soto in the 7th inning. His base hit would score Ha-Sung Kim and tie it up 4-4. Kim was at second base. He had walked to begin the inning against Alcantara, and he comes around to tie it up. Padres coming from behind. And with 1 out here in the 8th, into the game is JT Chargois.
Good 2-seam fastball right there from the right-hander. 32 years old. Out of Rice. He's an owl. Sinker, slider, 4-seamer. Tries to work down in the zone, work that ground ball. 62% ground ball rate.
Gary Sanchez taking a strike. And it's 0-2. 0 for 3 in his Padres debut. Grounding out, flying out, and striking out. Chargois breaking in with the Minnesota Twins in 2016. A couple years with the Dodgers. Seattle, Tampa Bay, year one in Miami. While the Padres pen is busy, Nick Martinez warming. On the ground to third, knocked down at third by Segura, stays with it. His throw is in time. Now Padres lost their challenge, so they're unable to challenge here. I guess they are able to challenge, and they are going to challenge. How are they able to challenge?
No, it's just... yeah, you're right. They lost it earlier.
Yeah.
This is a crew chief review of the out call at first base.
It's a crew chief challenge.
Ah, okay.
So Bob can still ask for that. They could have declined, but they opted not to.
I got safe.
Yep.
Great play, though. Knocking it down, and then the throw. And a nice pick over there. Gurriel.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is safe.
So it is overturned, and Sanchez will be safe. And he's going to have a pinch runner, as the Zokar will pinch run for him. So one out and one on, and that'll bring up Trent Grisham. First hit for Sanchez and a Padres uniform.
Congrats. Let's see if Sugar is going.
In there for strike one, right at the knees. Chargois taking over for Tanner Scott. Ends up pitching an inning. He gives up a hit, no runs, and he struck out 3.
Well, let's keep in mind, Stallings now 1 for 24 in catching base stealers.
Throw over, and a Zokar back to the bag. Ball and a strike. Grisham has singled to center, popped out to second, and walked and scored. That's outside, ball 2. Infield hit off Chargois. With 1 out in the inning, has Zokar pinch running at first base. A little bigger lead now. He's creeping out there, and there he goes. 2-1 pitches outside, throw down there, and he is safe. Now see if the Marlins are going to challenge this or not. It was close.
Yes, it was. Looks like he got his hands.
They are
on the bag just in time. Well, let's take a look. You're right, Donnie. He was inching. He got a good jump. Flash look. Now the head first slide. Ooh.
Tough to see whether the hands got there first. And there's an angle on the scoreboard here. It looks like he is out.
I think he got him on the back. See when he tags him, when he makes contact right there, and no hands out. Yep, he's out. Yep.
So looks like this is going to get overturned. It would be out number 2.
No, that hurts.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Miami retains their side.
Clock stealing. 2-4.
Got him on the back before the hands hit the bag. It's that close.
So 2 down, bases empty now. And a count of 3-1 to Trent Grisham. Make it 3-2 right down the middle to Grisham. Payoff pitch. And that is ball 4. So down to first base goes Grisham. Second time he has walked. Third time that he has been on in this game. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Padres need to flip over that lineup. Have some way, shape, or form get Ha-Sung Kim on base. Then to the top of the order.
So 2 down, runner at first, and a check right away on Grisham, and he barely got back.
Wow, that was close.
Action in the pen. Drew Marty is up. In the air, foul down the right field line, out of play. Go-ahead run at first base for San Diego. A 2 down here in the 8th. And has grounded into a fielder's choice and walked twice in the game. On the ground, softly hit left side. Here comes Segura. His throw will be late, and it's an infield hit. Into scoring position goes Grisham. Now, really, Segura had the only chance there. Birdie charging it as well, but he cuts it off and is still late.
Oh, you can smell it when he tops this one. You got the speed of Kim. It's cleanly played by Segura. But he beats it out.
Here comes Skip Schumacher once again with runners at first and second. 2 down. We're going to get another pitching change. Nardi has been warming in the pen. Looks like he is coming in for the Marlins. We'll step aside with the score tied at the moment, 4-4. It's Padres baseball, brought to you by Sequan Casino Resort. Watch the Padres all season long at Sequan Casino Resort. Win exclusive prizes, game tickets, and more. By UC San Diego Health, official health provider of the San Diego Padres. And by your San Diego County Chevy dealers. Into the game now is Andrew Nardi.
24-year-old left-hander out of Arizona. Bear down. He's got a nice streak, scoreless streak going of 12 innings. And this left-hander throws a four-seamer, a slider, and a changeup.
He's had 20 inherited runners this year, and 3 have scored as he inherits 2 here. With Grisham at second, Kim at first, and 2 down. The Padres 185 with runners in scoring position. Their average is the lowest in the majors. Tonight, 3 for 9, though. We have left 7. Pitch in there for a strike. Jake has had no success tonight, 0 for 4. He's grounded out, struck out, flied out twice. Fouls it back and finds himself down 1-2.
Well, we mentioned earlier this Marlin team, they can pitch. They got some good arms. And for Nardi, in the month of May, 13 appearances prior to this one, only 1 run given up, and that was unearned. That's how good he has been.
Swing and a miss, and Cronenworth strikes out. Padres will strand a pair. We're going to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 4. How about Tim Hill coming in a bases loaded, nobody out situation, doing a great job. Gets a big strikeout, able to get Soler, and then gets Arise, the game's best hitter right now, to ground into a double play to get out of it with just the 1 run. Amazing job and great coverage by Tim Hill.
Tremendous coverage. Tim Hill, known for getting grounders. He got his ground ball off one of the better hitters in all of Major League Baseball. That was huge.
Nick Martinez into the game.
Another pitcher out of the pen who's been huge for San Diego, Nick Martinez. 2.82 ERA, is whipped just a little bit above 1. Opponent's only 2.17 off the changeup specialist.
New catcher is Austin Nola taking over with Martinez coming in. So the debut for Gary Sanchez is over. Just picked up his first hit in a Padres uniform. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Pinch hitter is Jesus Sanchez. Pinch hitting for Jacob Stallings. And hitting a ground ball base hit, well placed on the left side. He is going to take a wide turn at first, but get back to first. A pinch hit single to start things in the bottom of the 8th for Miami.
Well, this Marlins team has shown that they're just spraying the ball all over the place, and that's good hitting right there with the tie score. Get that lead runner on base. Finds the hole on the left side.
So the single starts things here in the 8th. Garrett Hampson out of the 9 spot, showing Bud dropping it down. Well placed. Cronenworth with a little stumble, but he will get the out with Odor covering. And the sacrifice is complete. Sanchez into scoring position now with 1 down. 3-4 on the sacrifice.
Perfect bunt. Perfectly executed. Putting on a clinic there. Bringing in Cronenworth. Runner. Ball down. Got to go. That's the way it's drawn up.
So 1 out. Sanchez at second. And the pitch to De La Cruz in there for a strike. A big night. 3 hits, 3 RBIs, including his 7th home run of the year. A 2-run shot back in the 4th inning. Go-ahead run in scoring position for Miami. Sanchez at second. Here's a 1-1. Strike 2.
Make him stop now at second base. Just don't want to look him.
Fights it off foul over by the Marlins and into the Marlins dugout. Another home run we mentioned. The 2-run shot for De La Cruz, his 7th of the year. At the time for the Marlins on top 3-1. Now runner at second, a tie game. 1-2 pitch, pickoff play, and he is safe. Just got back in time with Odor cheating in.
Yeah, why not? Keep him close.
One-two pitch. And that is down low. Block 2-2.
Well, that's a nice take right there. That curveball hit 12-6 out of the hand. Looks like it's going to be in the zone, but taken to even the count.
Foul back and battling away. Still 2-2. Sanchez at second base with 1 out here in the 8th. Look out, down he goes. 94 right underneath his chin.
Nola set up inside, and you know what? Sometimes it leaks on you.
Martinez was trying to speed it up there, and the home plate umpire backed him off. That is ball 4. And down to first base will go De La Cruz. So the walk with 1 out has runners at first and second. You got the double play in order now, though, with that walk. And here comes Ruben Niebla. Jorge Soler will be next for the Marlins.
Well, Soler likes to swing it. First pitch in play, 292 average. He has 3 home runs on that particular pitch. First pitch put in play. And he has hit into 5 double plays, Donnie. As former Padre John Jay, first base coach, has some discussion with the base runners, De La Cruz and Sanchez.
I definitely could see him going into coaching, managing, when he was a player with us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He was always kind of coaching teammates.
Yeah.
Some of the younger guys who were coming up when he was on the club at the time.
A really good career with the Cardinals, Padres. Good baseball guy.
Skip Schumacher has assembled a pretty good coaching staff here.
Yes, he has.
In Miami. 2 on, 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Jorge Soler will send this back up the middle. It is Odor flipping to Bogaerts for 1, on to first for 2. There's a double play. Nick Martinez gets him to ground into the 4-6-3 DP and out of the jam. Nicely done. So Soler back. Back in Miami as the game tied 4-4. We go to the 9th inning. Dylan Floro into the game for Miami.
Oh, remember Floro with the Dodgers. He's got a good sinker ball as well. He can get you a ground ball. Tie game right here, trying to extend it for the Marlins in their bottom half. 24 innings, 3.38 ERA, the whip at 1.17. This being his 25th game for Dylan Floro.
So Fortes taking over behind the dish, and Sanchez stays in the game in right field after he had pinch hit for the catcher Jacob Stallings. Fernando leads it off and lifts it foul down the right field line, out of play. Fernando has struck out, grounded out, flied out. Last time up, single to drive in a run. Floro taking over for Nardi, who went a third. He struck out the only batter he faced. Jay Cronenworth in a big spot with 2 on in the 8th. Down low for ball 2. Padres have their closer up in the pen, Josh Hader. Inside, ball 3. Six walks already allowed tonight by Marlins pitching. 3-1 pitch here to Fernando. And he fouls it off to the right out of play. Full count. Floro, pitcher number 5 of the night for the Marlins, as Fernando will take his timeout. That is ball 4, a leadoff walk, and Floro can't believe it. So leadoff walk in the 9th inning. It's time now for the Bill Howe plays of the game, and a couple of RBI singles for Juan Soto. First one in the 5th inning. That was to right. Then in the 7th, as part of the big 2-run 7th inning to tie the score, this one out to center field. And coming around is Kim to tie the game 4-4. So we are now, the runner at first, and a first pitch strike into Soto. Floro really thought he had strike 3 on Fernando, and it did light up.
Yep, it did. Most certainly did.
So Jordan Baker asking Floro to hold up. And the clock will start over again. Runner goes in Fernando. The pitch is a ball. The throw down there will get into center field. So Tatis takes off for third base. Here comes a throw there, and Fernando will get there. So the speed of Fernando Tatis Jr. gets him to third base with nobody out in the 9th. Stolen base and an E2.
Oh, that's what speed will do. He gets a good jump, high leg kick from Floro. The short hop, pop-up slide, got to go. A sac fly, broken the bat flare. Something here to get that run home.
Fernando at third with nobody out in the tie game. Soto waiting on a 1-1 pitch. Ball 2.
He might want to, well, this next pitch will tell you something. That was way off the plate, 2-1. If he walks him right here, he put the double play in order, but still get that runner at third. See the second, this pitch will tell you a lot. Yeah. I think he's going to want to face Bogaerts.
Xander waiting on deck.
Just putting him on.
Ball 4, yep. Intentional walk. First and third, and Bogaerts coming up. Xander tonight, 1 for 4 in the game. A single back in the first inning. Infield in for the Marlins. Fouled at the dish for strike 1. Two walks here in the inning, one of the intentional variety. Go ahead run 90 feet away, even closer now as Fernando gets that walking lead.
Well, we've seen situations like this where that runner at first is put in motion.
Foul back, 0-2.
That
to slip the four-seamer by him.
And what does Xander do so well, Donnie? 2 strikes?
Well, the other way.
Yeah, there's a huge hole on that right side. But Floro's got that good sinker down and in. It'd be tough to inside out something the opposite way.
Oh, 2 pitch. Runner goes at first, and it's grounded up the middle into center field. A base hit. Fernando will score. Soto touches second and heads to third. He'll get there without a problem. And the Padres have taken a lead in the top of the 9th. Xander Bogaerts coming up with a big base hit.
I think Floro may have gotten a piece of this with his hand. Yeah, he most certainly did. Changes directions, but with the infield in, cuts down the range. That'll work.
So Xander drives in the go-ahead run. Padres have a 5-4 lead and are looking for some insurance now. Rougned Odor. First and third, still nobody out. And he'll take ball 1 from Floro. So leadoff walk, really costly. It turns into a run. Foul back, 1-1. And 5 runs is a big key. 2 and 23 when allowing 5 or more runs. And Padres just got their 5th run.
Well, this is looking good. The potential is there. Still nobody out. 2 base runners on.
1-1 is grounded towards shortstop. Birdie's coming home, and that'll get away. Soto wasn't sure he touched the plate, so he goes back to do so. And the Padres have a 2-run lead. And a couple of runners getting up into scoring position. Padres on top now, 6-4.
Putting pressure on the defense with the chopper on the infield. They are in. Runner is going. Off balance throw. And Juan does not touch. He goes back and touches. Thank you very much. And the fun continues.
He's 6 on that throw. Infield in with runners at second and third. Carpenter takes a rip, lines it into right field. That's going to get down and head to the corner. That'll score Bogaerts and Odor, and the Padres have taken an 8-4 lead. Huge top of the 9th inning for San Diego, coming up with some timely hits. Finally, with runners in scoring position, getting the job done tonight in Miami.
Middle in, dropping the head there. Carpenter puts together a great at-bat. Well, the Padres needed this. Boy, did they need this.
So Dylan Floro's night is over. We've got a pitching change. As heading off is Floro saying something home plate umpire didn't like that first non-strike call. And he is saying some stuff on the way off. Padres have an 8-4 lead. Run lead. Still nobody out here in the top of the 9th inning, and the new pitcher is Brian Hoeing.
Has never faced the Padres. He was selected by the Marlins 7th round at 2019, that is, Major League Draft. And there are the numbers: 18 2/3, high ERA of 3.86, 1.5 on the whip. It's always good to get some insurance. He inherits a runner in scoring position.
And Brandon Dixon is pinch running. Here's a bloop, foul ground that will land harmlessly. First time Nola has batted in this game after he took over defensively for Sanchez. Sanchez was 1 for 4 tonight in his Padres debut. Here is Dixon now running at second base for Matt Carpenter. Going inherits Dixon at second base. On the ground, off the pitcher, Hoeing. He'll stick with it, and his throw is in time at first base. That's just the first out of the inning. No advance for Dixon. He remains at second base as Nola's retired 1-3. And now we're going to check on Hoeing, the trainer out there, along with Skip Schumacher. On the side of the leg, it appears.
Thumbs up. Let's take a look. One hopper. Ooh, just above the ankle, like the right ankle.
So it brings up Trent Grisham. Runner at second, one down here in the 9th. Grisham will take strike one. Trent has singled to center, popped out to second, and walked twice. Scored after he walked in the 7th inning. Honeywell is up in the pen. Brent Honeywell. Line into left field. A base hit for Grisham. Dixon will be stopped at third as De La Cruz gets it back in. Grisham aboard for the 4th time in this game.
Good piece of hitting right there, huh? That pitch is down. They've taken probably a ball. Nice sinker. Spanks it to left. Hits so hard, Matt Williams says, oh, there.
First and third now with one out, and Ha-Sung Kim running into a fielder's choice, walked twice, and reached on an infield hit his last time up. As he takes strike one. A slider that time from Hoeing. So the Padres are 6 for 14 with runners in scoring position. How about that?
Say that again?
6 for 14.
That's what we'd like to hear.
Yes.
Haven't heard that in a long time.
No, we've been waiting quite some time. Well, it's close to the season high, but not quite. 7 for 14 was the season high.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Still pretty good, though. Run takes off, and Grisham, throw down there, and he's safe. Stolen base. Padres keeping the pressure on. Running on Stallings earlier, now Fortes.
Let's check out the jump. High leg kick, good jump.
Second and third with one out, the 2-1. And that is strike two. Infield in all the way around with the runners at second and third and only one out. Fly ball headed to right center field. Center fielder Hampson is there to make the catch. Tagging at third base is Dixon. Throw will go to third, and the Padres will take a 9-4 lead. Ha-Sung Kim with a sac fly. And it is a 5-run lead now for the Padres.
Baseball, baseball. Nice, easy swing, elevating to the outfield for the sacrifice fly.
So Grisham remains at second base, 2 down, and Jake Cronenworth, the 9th member of the Padres, at bat here in the 9th. And a quiet night at the plate for Jake, 0 for 5. Hey, gone. Yes, he did, says Mark Carlson, and it's 0-2. So the Padres now 9 runs on 11 hits. And that is strike 3 as Cronenworth goes looking to end the inning. Well, the Padres come back with 5 runs in the inning and some big hits in the inning. Xander Bogaerts back up the middle into center. Gave the lead, and then Carpenter adds on. 9-4 San Diego to the bottom of the 9th. Padres have the lead over the Marlins as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. A big 5-run top of the 9th. Brent Honeywell into the game for San Diego.
Well, he's got a lot of breathing room right there. He had Hader up for a while, but because of the offense and runners in scoring position and the hits, Brent Honeywell gets an inning. 9-4, that looks nice.
So Nick Martinez, the pitcher of record, it appears, could be in line for a victory. Won an inning, allowing a hit. Got that big double play ball grounded into by Soler. Lisa Rise to lead it off. for 4 on the night. He's grounded into 2 double plays in this game. Lined into center field, a base hit for a rise. So his second hit of the night starts things here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Bring up Garrett Cooper. Cooper has flied to center, single to left, and grounded out twice to second base. So the Padres 6 for 15 plus a sac fly tonight with runners in scoring position.
It's what's nice about this situation. It gives the pitching staff some breathing room, right? I mean, if
they fully took advantage of the walks, 6 walks handed out tonight by Marlins pitching, and they all turned into runs, every one of them.
That's another thing we haven't seen a lot of with the Padres receiving those walks. End up scoring.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Fastball at 95 by him. Honeywell becomes the 6th Padres pitcher of the night. Trying to finish off the Marlins here in the bottom of the 9th. Takes over with a 5-run lead. Fouled off to the right, out of play. On the ground, foul. Cooper now, Gurriel next as the Marlins bat here in the 9th. Swing and a miss, and Cooper strikes out. Could not hold up. And he strikes out for the first out of the 9th inning.
A big out after the base hit. Now you get the double play where you can end it. And Honeywell, let's check out what he throws here. It's a slider down and away. Not even close. Tough to lay off.
1 down in the 9th inning, and that'll bring up Yuli Gurriel. Couple of walks for Gurriel. Also grounded out to third and flied out to center. Popped up left side. Kim and Bogarts. It'll be Kim, a little stagger, but he makes the catch right in front of Xander for out number 2. So the Marlins down to their last out. And that'll bring up Gene Segura. Segura tonight has reached on an infield hit, flied to right, grounded out to second, and flied to right again. Runner goes at first, and his defensive indifference, they were not holding him on. As Arise will take second base on the DI. Strike called. Segura was kind of backing up, and that ended up being a strike. Ball and a strike to Segura. In the air down the right field line, headed foul.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the Padres win. Yeah, the Padres coming from behind to get this one. As the Padres win it, 9-4 is the final from Miami. It's time for Padres Live, the postgame show. Mike Pomerantz, what's in store?